Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, and I welcome you to my new location. After my revelation last time, I've discovered a new way to relax and to just soothe my infinitely tormented soul. So, what is this new place, you ask? Well, it's a glorious little place, which, I will admit, has been worked on a little. So, we're not starting from the beginning, we're starting a little bit in. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you all to the Gentleman's Abattoir! So, first of all, this is bogus. I actually did this save yesterday. So, they were already being affected by morale. You're complete loop. You're high, game. Absolutely high. Second, the way my abattoir is going to work is I am going to set a timer for 1 hour. The duplicate that annoys me the most after that 1 hour gets the chopping block. And we're going to try and create new, interesting, fun methods to create that chopping block each and every time. So, let's see how this goes, shall we? Timer has begun. So, everyone, work hard. This place isn't perfect yet, but it's doing well. It's doing well. So, what are all of their morale needs then? Absolutely fine is what their morale needs are. Apart from this one. Don't know how to hit 12 yet. But, oh well. Work includes declogging the toilets, remember? Guys, it does. Well, we have an iron volcano once again, gratefully giving us our refined metal. We apparently have a little bit of liquid down over there that needs sweeping. That wasn't actually from them peeing. I'm pretty sure that was from the ice up here. So, I can't hold it against them. For once. But needless to say, we do need to create our sleet wheat farm on top. We have started our blossom farm, as small and tiny as it is. Oh, they did actually deplot. Whatchamacallit? Deplot that. Declog it. Well done. I'm shocked. Right. So, we need to create the batteries. We then need to create these new small power conduits. And the irony is, the small one is what is the same size as the previous one. So in other words, it holds 1,000 power. I have my little room here creating oxygen all the time. And that is transferred via vents all over the place. Because I thought that's technically the most efficient way to do it. And apparently, gas pipes don't incur a decor negative. So, yeah. So guys, would someone like to go and sweep up this iron then? I'm quite nice to my duplicants as they get downtime twice a day. Yes, I am a generous master. I know I am. So there we have the beginnings of a farm. How big is it? No bleeding clue. But we're gonna find out the moment I finish making it. You know, everything's rather dark right now. And I really, really need to start getting my power sorted. Another rule for my chopping block method is that the duplicant is not allowed to have arrived this episode. After all, they need a little bit of time to annoy me, don't they? To their maximum capability. You know, there really aren't many geysers around here. The temperature is quite hot. Honestly, what I expect it to be. I mean, you did just make it out of 200 odd degree iron, but We need to start getting this stuff sorted, people. Guys. Please, if you would. You're grabbing iron. Good. Good. And it's not too hot up there right now, either. So... Well, Liam, you got a little bit of damage, then, somehow, somewhere. Who? Is it scalding in there? Yes. Yes, it is. Why aren't I surprised? Well, this is good. This is good. May's also a good golfer now, so I can improve her golfing capability further. Here we go. Power, nice and made. Excellent. We've got proper power now. And our oxygen is being carried around everywhere. So hopefully the place should be starting to get a little more oxified. Excellent. Excellent. Everything's going right. Going well, actually, for once. What I am going to need to do is figure out a location for where I'm going to dump bad water. Like this polluted water. Because I do want that carbon skimmer working properly. Well, that almost can't let things through, ironically. It's doing that well. We have no food shortage. We have no real problems at all. The only thing we could really use is a hatch farm. So, that is our next goal. We need a place to put hatches. I don't think I've even learned the ranching tech yet, have I? No. No, I haven't. I have been focused on trying to get coffee for the people. What's the temperature like now? It's a little hotter around there, which is about what you would expect. I mean, it is the hot area. A broken wire? Why is there a broken wire? How is there a broken wire? We can't have a broken wire. Especially not there. And a broken wire there? Jesus, people. We can't have this. So what does our current circuitry look like? You're all connected to that, which is good. You should be. However, these should be on their own circuitry board. So, I need to organize that. So, create another one of these. More conductive wire. No. No. Cancel that. If I break that wire there, if you would please. This is gonna hinder us a bit for a while. Actually, a long while, probably. But no! Those batteries give us a little bit of a leeway. Cool. Good. That's what we like to see. Well then. There's also a couple of new rooms. Not all of which I understand. How much power are you actually producing as a power? Because this is a power plant, it gets a power production increase. Out of interest. You guys are working smoothly, aren't you? Yes. Everything is going well. How's building up here going? It has begun! That's more than I was expecting. And that sounds like a new employee! Welcome to the gentleman's abattoir. Are any of you ready to become the next potential meal? Let's see. You could be a good rancher. Actually, I think we have a rancher, don't we? You weren't good at ranching, but you wanted to be a rancher, which was good enough for the situation. So, but we could also use another cook. Just to be safe. And you're alright at farming, too. However, you got 2 bonuses. You're fast. Moving. A fast rancher could actually be very useful. So, you know what, Turner? You can be our next rancher, along with the other guy. I love how you guys keep saying mediocre decor. What the fuck do you consider good decor? You know, I really love my builder. Because he's got like 7 strength, and thus can carry all of the materials. all of them before he can do stuff. Excellent. We now have that sorted. I suppose I could start up my massage parlor, but I really don't want to at the moment. One of the things I do need to do is set up the water filtration, so I can get that carbon going straight away. So, what can I do about that? Well, I can put the water right there, which is a good way for us to start. Having the water is how we start with sorting the problem of piping and what the fuck is this. Cool. That is one set of very nice that. Now what? How much water do you actually dispose of if I remember rightly? 1,000. Right. What can I do with polluted water? I need a polluted water dump. Either that, or I start refining it straight away. Which doesn't feel good. It actually gives us polluted dirt, does it? Oh. Then that means I need to really set up my goddamn... whatchamacallit. You know what? Just start with that for now. We can start with that. This will do us. Oh, we got another blossom seed. They're slowly improving. And the sleet wheat farm seems to be beginning. One of the things we still need is a puff. Problem is, you're the only puff we know of. And the problem with that is that there's a lot of crap down there that we don't want. Also, find out all that. We need to open up the the waterways again. That's hilarious to me. On the 2% chance you actually birthed the rarer bug. Impressive, little light bug. Very impressive. Why are you suffocating? Turner, I just hired you. Move. You're a moron. That's one strike for you. You're the new guy, aren't you? I'm not allowed to give you a strike. Why is the new guy, who I said I'm not allowed to give strikes to, the one person that appears to be annoying? And you have finished your research. Glorious. Then start researching ranching, as I now look up what the hell this is. An espresso machine. It requires a bit of power. No problem, I guess. Would you like to deconstruct this button? Do the buttons fail to work at the moment? Thank you, you did that instantly. Right, then I guess we are going to make an espresso machine. I guess. It requires a liquid intake pipe. Why? It doesn't say you use any liquid. You know, I'm really annoyed at this so-called mess hall. Because at this point, it should be this great hall. Great hall. Requires 32 in size. This one is 46. Requires a decor plus 20 item. I'm pretty sure these things are plus 20. Yes, they are. And then finally, requires a mess table, of which there are a lot, and a recreational item, which is basically what this was. Or at least the oxygen around this place is looking absolutely glorious. This is awkward, Mr. Hatch, because you're in a place I really don't want you to be. Also, why is there a bunch of corrupted stuff up there? If people could go please sort that out. Immediately. Thank you, thank you. You're all very diligent, actually. Why is it that the abattoir, the one where I plan to kill people, has the most competent people? And thus I do not need to kill them? Why? Simply why? Oh yes, that polluted water's definitely coming from the ice. And yes, it's landing in our foods. Is the deconstruction button broke? Wait, no, it's set to power wires, not everything. That's why it was failing. That was my mistake. Right, we've broken that pitcher pump because it was a little on the low side. And now we break that one, along with break down those things. And with that, the ranching research is complete. Meaning I should now be able to start my farm of hatches. Which, quite frankly, is quite needed at this point, probably. So let's now go with temperature modulation, because that seems to always be a necessary thing. So, where shall I put my hatches is the great question. We're going to put the hatches right above the kitchen, because reasons. I need pachinko nuts! Really? You never told me that. Where does it say pachinko nuts anywhere in there? If you don't mind my asking. We need med bays. Ah! Okay. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. You're working in the water. In water, and we got to deal with that. So, I should make a proper med bay. Where would be a nice place for a med bay? It's not in the most convenient area, given the giant water supply above it, but it is an area that will do. Can we finish making our things, people? Okay, you want to go to sleep. That's fair. You guys might note that we actually have someone that doesn't go to sleep at this time. Yes, he keeps diligently working, despite everything. The reasoning for this? Quite simple. He's a night owl. He works better at night. You, good sir, are pretty amazing at being a whatchamacallit, artist. However, this man is an even better whatchamacallit, medic. And we could use a medic. So Frankie, in you come. You have literally no other skills than being a medic. So that is your only goal. The problem with that is, in turn, that, well, there's not much else for him to do. That he can do. So we need to figure out something he can do. He wants to be an architect, does he? What does having no job do to you? You need a morale rating of 1 when you have no... I didn't fucking tell you to break that, did I now? Fuck. Well, theoretically, I suppose it's not the most detrimental thing. It just means that down there is going to get flooded. Which isn't good. And as that's the case... Oh yeah, that reminds me. You things should not be storing critter eggs. The fact that's default on these is annoying. To all hell, I must say. Because it means you're just going to waste the eggs. I mean, how much raw egg is right there? Enough to make an omelette. So, if we tell him to make an omelette... That was a very poppy... That one definitely went pop very quickly. And that's a little baby right bug. Excellent. So adorable. Well, and it's dead. The light bugs are now extinct, everyone. May we ever frankly not care about them anymore. They kind of didn't matter anymore. The fact they got ruined. Look, I understand none of you are happy right now, and the fact is, neither am I. But it's just the way things are. I really need to set up a bunch of fridges. Because these are getting annoying. Because it's getting annoying that I have no fridges. Wow, I suddenly got a lot of blossom seeds. Leia, come down. Okay, Leia. Move there. Mine that. Mine that. And then finally mine that. Good. You're solved. Ascan, what do you think you're doing out of interest? You should be going and doing something to get yourselves better. Well, those two are now buildable, which is good. Oh fuck, we're out of algae. Why does this always happen to me? Ice cream truck, can you please go away? I am trying to record and it's much too hot to have my window closed, if you don't mind. Humph. The nerve. Right. Well, frankly, we're kind of good for oxygen right now, for the most part. Although I'm going to need to advance the ventilation system. I hate the fact light bugs drown so easily. Then again, I don't like light bugs anymore. They really don't matter anymore. Either way, I need to set up some bloody thing for setting up a farm. Or a... whatchamacallit. We should have you researching something. What should that something be, is the question. There we go. Not really much to be said. Askan's working hard, diligently. We need to go have a Paku put the hatch eggs in here. And you can't tell me there is not a hatch egg available. It's right there. Someone go pick that up, please. We have our rooms. That's not a med room yet. But it will be. It will be. We simply need to seal it off. And how's the oxygen looking now? Still bearable. Still glorious and bearable. Good. It gives us time to figure out where the hell we're going, what the hell we're going to do about our little lack of algae problem. Because that algae problem would be solved if we could find a hat. If we could find a whatchamacallit. Puff. However, we cannot find any puffs which are not surrounded by slime lava. Annoyingly. A tropical pack. Ooh. Hello there. Is that hot water then? It looks fairly hot. Okay, that's been harvested. It can now be uprooted. It looks like I could use a little more air up there. Concerning. Concerning. Well, you're certainly upgrading that right now. Could I have... Askan, where are you? I wish you to make our... what's it called? You know, it is very nice the way the duplicates actually talk with each other. Right. The oxygen is getting low. We need to find an algae source immediately. So, what is the best algae source? There or there? Potentially there. Which do we have to mine through the least azolite in order to get to it? We've still got power being generated, like it's no problem, because it isn't. We actually have proper power generation now. The only issue we have is our own oxygen supply, because there is a distinct lack of algae anywhere. Welcome to the Gentleman's Abattoir. Are any of you ready to be the potential next meal? None of you are particularly good. I see this new thing here, which is... whatchamacallit, the foodie. Which is interesting. But other than that, you're probably the best one. Really. Especially as you're germ resistant. And you want to be a farmer. Oh, okay. Well then, Gosmond, you're going to be our 12th. And 12 is the maximum we're ever going to hit. That is the rule. And because you want to be a farmer so bad, we're gonna let you be a farmer. What's our decor like? Glorious in the living areas, horrible anywhere else. That's about what I expect. Well, we now have fridges to make. If I'm honest. How much do they hold? 100? How much does this hold? 150. Oh, so not quite as much. Interesting. Well, needless to say, it's a fridge and it needs to be... and we need them. Because, well, we want our food nice and stored properly. So, I need to get in there. Somehow. Okay, I have a question. How can chlorine even be affected by slimy lung germs? It's fucking chlorine. That is stupid. You say we have a food shortage, but if you ask me, Joshua is doing his job quite diligently, actually. Now, what do we want to feed our hatch? If we have a hatch, what do we want to feed it? That is the question. Bevan, can you finish being a farmer, please? We really need you to be a rancher. Just, if nothing else, so we can move all of the creatures. Look, there's a prince puff. Okay. Okay. Scalding? Do you require the polluted... Oh! Oh! What are you doing? You can't... That doesn't store refined. Oh, you're storing the obsidian! Oh, forget that. No, no, no. It's way too hot for you. It's way too cold. Got a nice wheeze wart up there, ready. It's a what? Oh, it's a vacuum because of the wheeze wart. Right, because the wheeze wart inserts all of its... Yeah. Well then. We do not have a food shortage game. Joshua is actually working really hard. Especially if you compare it to the way our last game was. Our last location was. In that we were actually suffering quite a bit. I really do love this new setup I have for farms. It just makes electricity so much more efficient. Because we need 4 light bulbs for 7 instead of 1 light bulb for 5. It's just so much better. So yes, what do I want to feed hatches is the question. Yeah, we can just feed them dirt. That works. Oh yeah. How's this going up here? That's going up there. We do have algae. So those places are actually producing. That's good. That's good. Ah. I'm guessing this is basically a vacuum in here then. Close enough. Go on. Right. Guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. What we need is to crack open over into here. Because in here, there's bloody puffs. So what do we want to do with these puffs? Quite simple. We need to set this area up into a refinement for the slime. So, refinement, algae distiller. Wow, you're actually quite a tall building, aren't you? I didn't realize that. Do you need anything else for this, or is it literally just you need, well, those? Does this building count as an industrial thing? You know what, I'm gonna check that. If I do that, do what I've done, and then build a stable in there also, does that count as a stable? Do these count as being whatchamacallit? Because the irony is that these are a water supply as well. Potentially. Because they create water from nothing. Polluted water, yes, but it's still water. Oh! It's killing time! Well, first let's check. Yes, that's a stable. I can have those in a stable. That's actually very good to know, because that means I can just turn this into my puff stable. Somehow. If I can lure the puffs in there. If it's got polluted oxygen, they'll come and eat, basically. So, now beyond that, what do I need to do? Well, I now need to kill someone. Who's actually been annoying today? You've actually all been fairly good. I don't actually want to kill any of you yet. You've all been rather good at what you're doing, quite frankly. Which is kind of saying something, because this has never happened before. I've always wanted to kill all of you all the time. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's a great hole now, is it? Oh, that's good. It's actually good to know that. A great hall gives +6! Jesus Christ! Man! I might have to give you guys a better bathroom. Well, as it stands right now, you're all pretty good. I'm fine with all of you, really. Which is kind of sad and never happened before. I've always wanted to kill all of you. So, yeah. You're all... Is the place where I've designed to kill everyone actually the one that's going to work efficiently and properly? Jesus Christ, that is a weird concept. Oh well, I suppose. Well, I suppose next week our concern is going to be taming the hatches. Somehow. Or at least mining out this sludge and turning it into algae via this. Because if I remember rightly, you don't actually need much slime to make a lot of algae, do you? Okay, maybe you do. 600 grams makes 200 algae. Wow, that's not a lot at all. But it does make a lot of water for us. So, I guess this thing's going to get put to use a lot. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Everything's working fine. So I guess there is no killing this week. But there's always next week, where I'm sure they're going to get annoying very fast. I mean, they always do. So, what can I say, other than thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to my abattoir. I apologize that there is not much of the abattoirness in the abattoir this week. But when everyone's actually seemingly working and doing their jobs properly, there doesn't actually seem to be a need to do it. But that's what it's like at the moment. Maybe not next time. So everyone, I'd like to thank you all for joining me. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet. And I hope to see you all again next week. But until then, it's time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.